Welcome to Poker House Live. This is Eric Anderson back from the frigid Minnesota weather. And this is the first tournament that I've hosted in over a week. We were scheduled to have a big PLO game, but that did not pan out for us this afternoon. So we had to cancel it. And plan B, we're streaming you the final table of the $200 DeepStack Classic. We had 40 entries today, bringing you a prize pool of $6,600. We're paying out the top 10%, which is 4 people if you're good at math. And we have a lot of familiar faces at the final table. We have Gary Six Killer. We have Alex. Let me pull this up really quickly. It's warm here. You know, when I was up in Minnesota and it was 40 degrees, they were excited that I brought them the heat. Now it's 60 degrees down here, and you guys are whining that I brought you the cold. I mean, I can't have it both ways, guys. Let's go. I am... okay, yeah, I know it froze up for me for a second, but yeah, it's working now. That was weird. Ah, there it is. I was trying to get the commentary working, and it didn't work for just a second. Hold on just a second. Monty is at the final table. And did I say Dory yet? Dory's at the final table. Something fun. There are 2 Spanish-speaking players. And Monty translated the final table instructions for me. And actually, he didn't so much as translate as he just told them what was going to happen because he's been there so often that he knows it better than I do. So we've got Dory, Monty. Melis is one of the ladies' name. Jeremiah, who took me out. Laura. Jorge is the other Spanish-speaking player. Jerry, Alex, and Gary Six Killer, like I said. So we've got a stacked final table. Thursday is not as busy as Wednesday. So, like I said, we're down to 9 players out of 40, and we are paying the top 4. $660 for 4th place, almost $3,000 up top for a $200 tournament. What better way to spend a Thursday afternoon? So I'm going to start it. It's 39, Lego says. Oh, well, it was 60 this morning when I woke up. I'm going to start off, and I'm going to give you guys some points. I mean, I'm not tiny. I'm not giving away 10,000. I'm going to give you like 1,000 maybe. How's that sound? Is that good? Not good enough? All right, let's give you a couple more than that. Let me pop into the right account, type in Streamlabs, and where is... They just changed the Streamlabs. And I join now. Oh, this isn't good. Hold on a second. Let me try that again. Streamlabs. I think they updated everything. Log in. YouTube. What's happening? You are on camera right now. For some reason. Oh, let's unmute you.
Yep. Hey, everybody. How's it going? Got about 3 minutes left in this countdown here. Our PhD Classic Thursday $200 buy-in 4K guarantee. $6,600 prize pool. About $3K up top. I'm going to pay 4 out of these final 9 players.
They are not letting me log into Streamlabs.
Interesting. Even if you click the CloudBot?
Where?
Go to CloudBot. Up. Down. Down,
right
down.
there where it says CloudBot?
Yeah.
That's not how I ever did it. See there, yeah. It
X
says
out.
Join today.
See what happens. You're in.
Now I'm in. Okay.
Yeah.
It was-
Got him.
Yeah.
One time.
Rejoin.
I don't know what any of that means.
I don't know. I'm gonna exit out of here. Support the Ukraine. I'm not gonna do that.
Dang. Cold-blooded.
Loyalty. Add points. All right, 2,500.
All right. I'm only jumping in the booth because one of my favorite people in all of DFW Metroplex Poker is playing on the final table. I got Miss Dory Coyle in the 1 seat. Got 13 viewers in the chat. So
There we go. I missed all of this chat because I was too busy messing with Streamlabs' new password.
Oh.
All right.
Before we start, tomorrow night, guys.
Do it.
Here we go. Check this out. Oops. Is that live?
Oh, yeah, you're good. You're live.
Okay. So tomorrow, got 5, 10, 25. No limit hold'em here. 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. Got Dwayne Hicks, Frankie, Danny Marks, Hayden Fortini, Habib. Got a newcomer, Sam Neimer, first time playing our stream. He finished 6th in the 1 drop for over 110K this past summer.
Nice. And you can go to YouTube and click on like and notify me right now.
So for all you 12 viewers in the chat, go ahead and notify for tomorrow's live stream. And again, this Saturday, I also have a nice little 5-5-10 stream going on. Frankie's going to be back, currently playing live at the bike right now. Rosie's actually jumped in too.
Oh,
so
did he?
he just jumped in, small stack, I think bought in for about 20 big blinds, 5,100, bought in for like 2K. Well, at least he has only 2K right now. So
Okay.
Saturday stream, Sinister Saturday, we got Frankie, Danny, Habib, Hayden. Got some newcomers coming in. Paul Tassone, Jacob Linton. J-Rock, I believe, is coming back and going back-to-back Saturdays. So let's get this stream kicked off pretty soon. Got 30 seconds left. Let's go back to Eric, and I really don't care that I'm on camera anymore, and I'm not dressed appropriately, but that's neither here nor there.
So you and I, 40 players in this tournament, you were 39. I was number 40.
Yep, you busted. Gross.
I busted out. First hand I played.
Yep.
I have pocket tens. Blinds are 1,000, 1,500. I make it 5,000. Get 2 callers. Flop comes out Jack 10 5.
Yep.
I'm up against Ace Queen of Hearts with 2 hearts on the board. Pocket fives. I've got pocket tens. Turn is a blank. 3-way all in. River is a king offsuit, so he misses his flush, but he gets a
There
straight.
with Broadway, gross fashion.
It was a fun one.
So we did have a last longer. Neither one of us lasted long. So who's still left here?
Oh, we got all the heroes left.
Yeah.
So we've got. Let's pull up the stack size. I'll take a coffee.
Me as
please.
well. 2 coffees.
So we've got.
Oh,
Jeremiah
new skin.
Way up. Oh, new skin today. Brand new. Just came out today. Let's.
We should be able to see. Oh, it doesn't have the big blinds. Number of big blinds.
Let me fix that quickly.
Okay. Should still be from the setting from last night. So
Big blinds.
it must be the skin.
The new skin might not have it.
Yeah. All right, let's get us off.
All right.
Here we go.
There's Laura. We ate at Dunstan's today for lunch.
Yeah, I bought food, didn't eat though. So
You bought food and did not eat?
yeah, let's get us off because no one cares about us.
Oh, yeah, sorry. When you said get us off, I thought you meant let's get rolling with the commentary. Alex is at the table.
Got
Gary's
one
six
big
killer.
line. Pretty good hand to get his hand in here with an ace. Oh,
He's got 1.5 big blinds.
yeah, Gary, I think, folded out a turn. There's an all-in ahead of him from Jerry. Pocket sixes. Again, the blinds for this 4-8-8. Jerry's going to jam with sixes here. Going to be a good spot to pick up some chips if somebody doesn't have anything. Let's see, he does big stack here. Oh, he's going to probably call off. It's only... It's definitely not a significant portion. It's about 10% of his stack. So he already has 2 big blinds invested in this hand. Interesting skin. Don't know if I'm totally feeling it, but
Wait till the board comes out.
yeah. We can change the background colors on that to make it black,
appealing.
red. Yeah.
Red and
PhD,
black PhD colors.
PhD colors. Maybe we'll try that for tomorrow's stream.
Monty translated for Melis in the 3 seat.
Okay.
And Jorge in the 6 seat are both friends of Monty. All 3 of them made the final table.
Gotcha.
So that's great.
Now he went on a pretty big sun run. Seat 6 to the left of Laura there right before, right after the break. The images do look, I don't know if they look bigger, but I think they look more crisp. Now,
He says better.
yeah, Tiny did some stuff. I don't even know what he did, but he did some stuff, click some buttons.
I like it. Chris Larkin says a lot of familiar faces. Okay, so it's an all-in and a call with pocket sixes versus king 10 suited. Jeremiah flops a flush draw and does not get there. Jerry with the double. We're just getting settled in here. Oh, dang it. This did it again. So a glitch, if you guys have been paying attention, we changed the ticker, and for some reason, it always reverts back to the previous ticker. And hey, guess what? I had to fix a ticker again.
That's so annoying.
Yeah, it's some glitch in the software where it'll change back to the previous day's ticker. And I'm like, I changed it. Everything looked good. I said, okay, perfect. And
I don't hate the skin.
thank you. Lots of action already. Alex all in with Jack 10.
Yeah, it's going to need a king on the river. Didn't get there.
Yeah.
Gets eliminated. Only started this final table with 1.5 big blinds.
Laura called with 10-5 in the big blind. I think it cost her some pennies to call.
Actually, I don't think it cost her anything.
Oh, was she already there?
Yeah, she was already there, invested with the big blind.
Right, but he had 1.5, so it cost her like half a big blind.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Pennies.
Pennies.
Cost her a small blind. Tell the Aussie to get it right. I know, right? Tiny.
Now down to 8 players. Again, only playing 4 spots for this Thursday $200 PhD Classic. Again, started this tournament with 40 entries. 6 now. Oh, sorry. Just kidding. 8 players
Down
now
to
remaining.
Down to 8.
Down to 8. My bad.
Let's pull up these payouts real quickly.
Yep. 2,970 for first. About 2K for second.
Yeah.
1,000 for first.
1,000 and 660.
Yeah, so
The pictures do look crisp, Tiny. Whatever you did, thank you.
no, I think just the camera quality picture looks better. I don't know what the hell he did, but he's just like, hey, I'm gonna click this, and he was trying to explain it. I'm like, cool,
Don't care.
don't care,
Just
whatever.
Jorge, he took a picture, looked at it, and said, can I put my hood up? And she said, sure. And V took another picture for him.
No one's really talking at the final table. Again, one of my most favorite people on the final table.
Dory in the one seat.
Dory in the one seat jumped into booth.
Dory's got a stack of chips. I think she's like third place right now.
Let's see.
With 133K, 16 big blinds.
Now there is a little bit of somewhat ICM implications here. Jeremiah and Monty obviously above 40 big blinds. Dory third with 16, but there's, these bottom players can quickly double up to kind of get to her chip stack size. So she could be picking her spot very wisely. Oh, that's a good spot.
I'm a big fan of Gary Six Killer.
Yeah, 15 going to make it. Not a big fan of this open from under the gun. Queen 10 offsuit with action behind. Yeah, Dory obviously going to jam here with jacks. Going to get full all the way around. Unless somebody has anything of significance. Don't see here. King 5. Nope. And Gary's not going to call here because when somebody opens under the gun and you get re-jammed on with a hand like Queen 10 offsuit, oh my gosh. And he's going to call here.
He just likes that Queen 10.
I guess. He's going to be in bad shape here. Dory double blocking Broadway is going to need a queen pretty much. Or running 2 pair cards. Can you guys hear the table?
Yeah, I can hear it barely.
4-4-2. This is a good flop for Dory
I'm
here.
gonna go check something.
9 of hearts. Gary needs only a queen and a queen only. You have true outs, by the way, on there. Oh, runner for hearts. So Dory now with 27 big blinds. Has a little bit of breathing room against some of these smaller stacks with some ICM implications. Again, after talking about last night, you know, they're 3 away from the bowl. So they're 7. So sorry, they're 2 away from the bowl. Okay, so some of these smaller stacks are going to have to make a move. All right, Eric's going to try to fix some stuff here.
Are they talking? I can hear stuff.
Hold on.
Yeah. No, that's okay. Yeah, we're not hearing the table mic. Why aren't we hearing the table mic? It looks good there. All right, let me change this to... All right, got it. I fixed it. My bad. All right. I'm sorry, guys. You know what happened?
What happened?
Remember when we were in here today and you said, how can I change the volume?
Yeah.
And I said, we do it like this, but I don't do it because it screws up later.
Oh.
But let me show you how. That's
Dude,
what
Maestro and Tiny Poker are going to be on timeout now.
All right.
Timeout.
If I can get a moderator to ban those guys.
Moderators.
Tiny.
I'm getting on. I'm going to put him in timeout here for just a bit.
Well, Tiny's a moderator. He could do it for us.
But he can't time out
ban himself for 5
I guess,
minutes.
theoretically.
Oh, Scott says I fell asleep Monday. Who was it? Ooh. Sick burn.
Scott's getting bad. Scott's getting timeout
Scott's
as well.
on our side.
Timeout.
Scott's on our side.
Oh, Scott's on our
Yeah,
side?
he said he fell asleep Monday.
Okay, so
All right, John
put
Buju.
user in timeout.
Just
Put
tuning
a
in,
Tiny on
asked me
timeout.
for the
I can't.
payouts.
I can't put Tiny in.
Because he's a moderator.
He's a moderator.
Did you really put him in timeout?
Yeah, just for like
That's hilarious.
for like 90 seconds.
All right, so you
whatever
gotta,
it is.
You got to unmoderate him and then put him in
No,
timeout.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that.
That's way too much work.
Yeah, that's way too much work. And Tiny and Larkin. Wait, Larkin should actually be a moderator along with like Lego.
They're the best.
Yeah.
All right. So here's that payouts again.
Yeah, let's take a look at those payouts. 3K. It's up top.
40 places.
40 places? Probably
40 people entered this tournament. We're down to paying out the top 10%, which is 4 people. You get a timeout. You get a timeout.
Yeah. Now, depending on what Lego says, can be contingent upon him getting put in timeout as well.
Lego. Oh, so. All right, guys. What do you guys think about this idea? Tiny says, poor Chris.
Hey, but, okay, while I was thinking about this idea, outside of the color scheme not matching Poker House Dallas color scheme, what do you guys think about this skin? I actually like it. It's pretty crisp. Definitely can change it tomorrow to make it more.
I wonder why the 5 river did not go all the way up.
That's weird.
I'm not sure if that's a glitch or something that I'm not knowing why.
Should I switch out to 5 clubs? Give me 5 clubs.
Well, no, because it wasn't that. It's a software problem where the 5, like...
Oh, I see what you're saying.
So, speaking of Lego, we were talking today, a bunch of us, and... Oh, Lego's cooler. I'll tell you that in a minute. The skin is good. So, Lego came up with the idea...
Okay.
We're trying to build Monday's tournament.
Yep.
Monday's tournament that gets like 40, 50 players is the exact same structure, the exact same buy-in, the exact same chip stack as Wednesday's tournament. It gets 250 players.
Right.
And so we were saying, how can we build Monday's tournament? And Katie's game is phenomenal.
Yeah.
And it was originally made because Katie jumped on the phone every week and told her friends and her players, said, hey, come out and play this night. You're going to be here tonight. Can't wait to see you tonight. And she built that game.
Hold on. We got it all in here from Laura under the gun with ace 4 suited. About 6 to 8 big blinds. 8 big blinds. Suited wheel ace. I like it. Oh, Dory's going to rejam.
With 2 sevens.
I actually like the shove here. Going to deny some equity from the blinds. Going to get it heads up. 66% favorite for Dory here.
Now here's where we've discussed this before. If you're Dory on the button, do you let the blinds come in cheap and eliminate a player?
No, not with sevens. If you have aces or kings, you can actually flat there. But you also want to you want to isolate. Oh, that's a good flop. That's a good flop. You're going to want to isolate. Okay, that's a really good turn.
It's a good turn card for Dory. But so I'm thinking.
Nice quads, Dory.
What's that?
It's a nice quads, Dory.
Nice quads. I thought you said 9 of clubs, and it was on the flop, and I was like, why did that matter?
No, you're going to want to
nice
isolate
quads.
to get lore, because lore could be shoving slightly wide there with 8 big blinds, even though there's action behind. So with sevens here, you could be coin flipping.
Right.
So
what I'm thinking, let in the blinds for cheap, and now it's 3 against 1. You check it down and get rid of a player.
no, I mean the reason you don't is because they're still 2 away from the money.
Right.
Like, you don't necessarily want to do that. Plus, if you lose
want the chips.
yeah, if you lose,
That's all you lose.
yeah, you
Got
lose
it.
whatever. I think she has 20-something big blinds, give or take.
And she would have lost the 8, and she only had 8 at risk.
But with sevens, it's a pretty standard rejam, especially on the button. You want to deny. You also have to remember if you let in Monty.
Yep.
Monty has one of the bigger chip stacks,
Yep.
right? So I don't know why I'm pointing at the screen like anybody else can see it. But
here,
like,
let's turn on the.
and then, what's her name?
It's Malis.
Malis. Okay, in the 3 seat here.
And I think I'm pronouncing that right, but it might need to roll my R's. It's Malis Torres.
Now with that flop there. That obviously results oriented. Don't want to get into that situation, but it's a good rejam there by Dory. And a hand like sevens is a hand you want to rejam. Sometimes you don't want to call off with that hand. I mean, in a scenario like that you are, but I like the rejam isolation by Dory in that spot. So down to 6 players, need to drop 2 more players in order to get in the money.
You know what I like? V is moving the players around to keep them all on camera. Good job, V, when you're watching this tomorrow. Good job keeping that table balanced to keep everybody on camera.
Yeah, I agree. Coy, what's up, Coy? He's from Houston. Coy, you need to tune in tomorrow and Saturday, 5, 10, 25. Kim, oh no, actually, Kim's in the booth with me tomorrow. I think you're going to be in the booth with me on Saturday.
Whatever you need.
5, 10, 25, and in between hands. Let's take a look at that. We've had some new viewers join the chat. Actually, I'll pull that up in between hands. Going to get into hand number.
Let's pop up this.
It doesn't say hand number 9 of this final table. Going to be probably a quick final table. Well,
a lot of people were short.
Yep.
And like we said, starting off with 9 players at the final table and only paying 4, they're going to be getting after it.
Yeah, going to open up 2.5x on the button there. Oh, and the cutoff from Monty there. Going to get folds all the way around. Going to pick up the blinds. All right, here is tomorrow night. Unfortunately, we had to cancel our Thursday night PLO stream because people canceled last minute.
Yeah.
All right, so high stakes Friday. Let me go back through this list really quick. I got.
And if you haven't already, jump on YouTube and click on notify
So
and
when that
like.
stream goes on, so tomorrow's stream, I have got Hayden Fortini, I got Carlos Cortez, Habib, Dwayne Hicks, Danny Marks, RV Phil, Sam Neimer, Frankie, who's currently playing live at the bike, and last minute fill in due to a cancellation, I got Mustafa. So I'm sorry, I got Joe Sebring. So go back to the action.
All right.
Yeah. Can just call here, Monty. Open under the gun. Sometimes in scenarios like this with those, wow, they're 6-handed. You can open ace deuce. If you're actually 9-handed, for under the gun with that hand, you actually, I believe you're folding that hand 9-handed. But 6-handed, you can open. So open fold. Probably pretty similar equities here, 55 to 45%. Yeah, right there. That's a good flop.
It's a good flop for. It's a bad flop for Monty.
Yeah, and I think he's gonna have to continue on.
They're both gonna slow play. They both think they're trapping. With 2 aces on the flop, there's less likely a chance that Dory has one.
Yeah. Can bet small here, like 1 or 2 big blinds. Yeah, in a spot like this.
Betting big.
Yeah, but no, she's doing about half pot. The check back on the flop couldn't get her paid here for 2 streets. Now again, with her opening under the gun, she's gonna have a lot of ace X hands. Monty even saying he feels like he's beat.
Wow. He might put her on like jacks, queens, something that's
fold
not
there,
ace.
10.
Good fold,
Yeah,
Monty.
I mean,
He's so good.
It's kind of one of those half pot bets. All right, it's kind of like a slightly merged bet. It's it's definitely for value. Oh, look at that
Yeah.
bald spot on the head.
Yeah, that was 10 minutes ago.
Now we are.
Yep, I fixed it. That was
All right.
that was user error. Eric's fault. All right. So I'm going to go back. I'm actually going to turn them down for just a second. Going back to Monday idea that we were talking about.
Go ahead and get over. Yeah, I totally forgot about that.
So did I until they reminded me. So this Monday,
Okay.
it's a name it tournament.
Okay.
Whoever wins
Gets it named for them.
gets to name it. Like, let's say Chris wins it. Next Monday, it's called the Lego tournament. When we put it on this on the social media, it'll be with his picture, Lego. There'll be a bounty on him.
Yeah.
That comes out of the prize pool from the Monday that he wins it.
Right.
So the following Monday, it's Lego's tournament, and then Monty wins it. The Monday after that, it'll be Monty's tournament. Monty's Monday, whatever. And so whoever wins it, the next week, and Dude Maestro's out of timeout.
Get back out of timeout.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna be heads up here. Again, 7 players left.
Jeremiah.
Wait, did I count right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 players left.
Top right corner.
Yeah. Oh, hi. And Malis, I haven't seen her playing here before, so.
No, she came with Monty.
Okay.
Along with Jorge in the 8 seat now.
Nice. The 7s are hot today. Flops middle set. Needs a spade. Oh,
Uh-oh.
gonna get a little bit of a sweat here on the river. Gonna need a spade and a spade only. We need to make sure the true outs are out because it's hiding.
Is it not on true outs?
I thought on GFX.
Let's go to GFX2. Let's go to true outs. You want true outs or not true outs?
We don't want true outs, but
Yeah.
it's highlighting. It'll show all the spades, and then it highlighted which ones were not available.
Oh, that's fine. It still does that, but in the math,
Oh, I gotcha.
yeah, the percentage is still going to be
Makes sense.
not correct, as it were. Oh yeah, we can't finish the thought. No, I'm squirrel.
Squirrel.
So what do you guys think about that? In the chat, if you like the bounty idea, name it. You name it. Just give us a thumbs up. Give us a yes in the chat that you like that idea. So it's essentially a bounty tournament, but it's only a bounty on last week's winner.
What do you think about giving them free entry to the fall? Can we do that?
So
No.
we can, if we do it right and get permission.
Right. I'm trying to give away free stuff. Oh, okay.
What?
Just finish yours, and then Lego just say giveaway in the chat, so I know to go back to it.
Giveaway.
Somebody type in giveaway, okay, real quick.
That's all I was saying. Yes. What do you guys think about the Name It tournament where it's named after you the following week?
Yeah, I like that. And or maybe even like,
Oh, Jeremiah's way out ahead.
yeah, but Dory's not going to continue here. She doesn't have enough backdoor equity. She has backdoor hearts, backdoor. Slightly
Scott,
under half pot.
it's only confusing because it took me 10 minutes to tell you a 3-second story.
No, I think hold on, we'll get back to it.
There we
Good
go.
fold.
She folds.
I think in the advertisement, we say this is a name it tournament, and then every week the tournament's going to be named after you. And so instead of every week, everybody's going to know as part of the advertisement on social media that it's a name it tournament. So it gives some people incentive to.
The Scott Friedman Monday. The Scott Friedman Bounty.
Why'd you say it like that for?
Because I was excited.
Oh, okay.
The Scott Friedman Bounty Tournament. Ta-da.
With the sound
sound
effect.
effects.
Hold on. Haven't used this in a while.
Wait, you have to unmute it.
Oh, it's this
Oh,
one?
no, turned up.
Is that
Now
one?
do it. Oh, did you mean? I thought you were going to go.
Oh, no. I just picked. I don't even know which ones these are on. Okay. Yep, that's the one I was looking for.
That's 21.
Yeah, that's the one I was looking for.
All right. I thought you were laughing at me on purpose.
All right, so for giveaway, are we going to make tomorrow and Saturday? We talked about social experimenting with the viewership tomorrow, about making tomorrow and Saturday a giveaway, giving away some free merchandise.
See, so
Because I need to change in the YouTube, and we're going to advertise that.
John Cena. So I was out of state. I was as far away as possible when you gave away all that stuff. That's my disclaimer in case management's listening.
Yeah, it was my idea.
So
I texted you, and you gave me thumbs up.
no, don't tell them that.
Oh, just kidding. Sorry. That was my idea, and I made the decision on my own.
So did we get in trouble for that?
We did not get in trouble for it.
Oh well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's what I think.
As a social experiment, play some games tomorrow. Get you guys involved in the chat.
I saw a wheel. What was that?
I accidentally clicked on the
Okay.
source.
Okay.
So
So you didn't do stuff?
hell no.
Okay.
Oh, so we did what we.
Did it work?
Not the wheel. Oh,
Jorge all in with ace jack
pretty standard rip here.
under the gun.
Yep.
With 7.5 big blinds.
Now that's approximately 7.5 big blinds.
Monty with king 9.
It's gonna cost him just a pinch over a fourth of his stack. I mean, if he has king jack suited, I think he can call here. But king 9 suited,
Now here's a question.
kind of at the bottom of your range. It's below the bottom of your range. Good fold.
Let's say
In the big blind, I think in the big blind he's calling.
because you're already in it for a little bit.
So I think this is not a horrible call here if he makes this. Now, you would prefer to be suited. Now, George is doing this with overcards, like Broadway cards, which he's done, or like some sort of milling pair. If you're putting on Broadway cards, it's going to reduce some potential outs
Right.
for you. So
So if you're Jeremiah, would you rather have king 10 in that situation or like a 7-8 suited?
I'd rather have 7-8 suited.
Right. Would you call if you had 7-8 suited? In the big blind right there for 6.5 more big blinds.
And he has
He has a bunch.
36 big blinds.
Yeah.
36. It's going to cost me.
Yeah, he's chip leader with
sixth of my stack.
370.
I might call there.
Just thinking you have live cards, you're more inclined to call with the 7-8 suited than with the king 10
Okay.
offsuit.
So this is slightly. Okay, so he still would have had like 30 big blinds. Now, with that being said, he's still near the top of the leaderboard in terms of chip counts relative to big blinds. With that being said, in a spot like that, and it's table dependent, if I felt like I have an edge on the table,
Right.
I might make the call.
I'm just the opposite. If I have an edge, I don't gamble.
Yeah.
Like when I'm playing
Oh, that's fair.
what I was talking to a friend of mine up in Minnesota in our small casino, 4 hours away from any real casino, where we only get a good tournament about once a quarter.
Yeah.
They have more than $100 buy-in tournament.
Now, this is an interesting spot here. Dory's going to raise 3x. The blinds are now up to level 13, 5K, 10K with a 10K big blind ante. Dory's going to make it 3x with ace, 8 of hearts. And then Jeremiah's just going to call out of the small blind. Probably going to entice George to call here. He's already got 2 big blinds invested along with the big blind ante. So it's about 2 more big blinds here. Wouldn't be surprised.
He just rips it. Okay. Now, here's a question. Do you think Jeremiah was...
So in a spot like that, so that's an interesting spot from a ICM perspective. You can make the argument that Dory's going to be raising wide in later position, which she is, but
So
she also
Jorge's squeezing?
Yeah. So I'm saying, like, if Jeremiah's going to play 9s, I'd rather him squeeze her. Now, I think he should call here.
89, yeah, 50 more. 59 more.
Now, do you think Jeremiah called to keep the pot controlled, or did he call to entice George to come in?
No, he called because Dory has another big stack. So with them not being in the money from an ICM perspective,
He does call.
Now with this is the correct call from Jeremiah. I don't blame him for just calling out of the small one with Dory having a bigger stack. Right now with no, he's still the covering stack here, right? He's still gonna have some pretty decent
Yep.
amount of big
Yeah,
blinds.
he's chips leader.
Yeah, so he's still gonna have at least 20 big blinds plus. So for him, you can make the argument again, like I said, to rejam against a hijack open.
Hold on, let's listen to what they're saying.
Oh, well, look at this. 9 still in the lead here.
Uh-oh.
10 hearts. Wow. Get some additional outs. Dory would have had the nut flush draw, but
9s get a straight.
yeah. So gonna eliminate George just out of
you
the
know
money.
what? The queen of clubs doesn't play. That's why it's off the board. Remember when I said I wondered what happened there? If that was a software glitch or what?
I
No.
like the new skin. We'll change the color here shortly for tomorrow.
Just because it was on the river confused me. If it would have came anywhere else, I would have figured it out earlier.
Yeah, you so smart.
Yeah, don't forget your phone.
All right.
Chris Larkin in our group thread and said, "How do I know when I'm timeout?" You have been timeout.
I don't have my phone with me.
Yeah. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Like, if it's like you running stuff out there, not that I don't trust V, just like if she has an issue or there's something not going right. Last night there was an issue again. That cord got disconnected last night, so we lost 2 hands.
Oh, yeah.
Jeremiah here on the
Oh, this is going to be bad.
49 big lines. You can. Yeah, it's gonna rip it. Jerry's gonna take a look at his chips. He's gonna get there. Calls.
Yeah, he's got a call.
Yeah, with a dead small.
I'm going to pop up these chip counts
Kind
real
of a
quick.
classic coin flip scenario. Now we are playing for the money now.
Yeah, we are on the straight money bubble.
So if Jerry gets busted here, he is gonna finish outside of the money.
I like how when there was a little break in the action, V ran around and removed the chairs. She does a good job of controlling that table.
Yeah.
From a production side.
Look.
Oh, wow.
Sets galore here on this final table. Yeah.
Did I tell you I busted with a set of 10s?
Yeah.
Good game, Jerry.
All right, getting thumbs up for the. Oh, so Gerardo, if you type in exclamation points with no space in between, it's just like this little game that you can accumulate points and just gamble.
Gamble.
Yeah. So for the people that are listening and watching, they're basically degenning free points. They're gambling with free
Yep.
stuff.
And she's moving the table around. Good job. Monty's translating for us.
I didn't know Micah spoke Spanish.
Micah's a phenomenal bilingual dealer we have here at
Isn't his
Poker
last name
House.
Lopez?
Yeah.
Okay,
Micah Lopez.
I mean, you can't
be
assume.
What kind of how racist are you to just assume he speaks Spanish? No, me.
Oh yeah. For what it's worth, I'm Filipino, so we were technically captured by Spain for hundreds of years before
I'm so white.
the U.S. came and kind of like took over, and then they worked on us becoming emancipated, blah, 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 blah. So any Filipino person you meet, they know English. It's required to learn English in the Philippines. Now, they could sound like they're fresh off the boat, but that's neither here nor there.
The
But a lot of
accents.
people think I'm Hispanic here. Oh, look at this.
All right, raise from C.
This is actually a rejam.
With Ace Queen.
Yep. With 25 big blinds.
Red Jam?
Yep.
25 big blinds? Ooh, I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
It's definitely, yep.
Raise.
Oh, she has 25 big blinds.
Yeah.
If she had less than 20,
I was like, I think she's a little deep to put it all in with.
I like.
I
the
mean, I don't
size.
want to question your
Yeah.
book learning, but
I thought she had less than 20 bigs, so that's my fault. Less than 20 bigs there, so that's one of those weird stack sizes. Where are you gonna 3-bet? Are you gonna 3-bet raise? Or are you gonna 3-bet
You're gonna raise
jam?
3-bet fold.
Yeah.
See, she can 3-bet, and
She's
then
never
if he comes
3-bet.
back,
She's never 3-bet folding there.
if he 4-bets,
Yeah,
she
it's-
doesn't fold.
Yeah, you're getting
Okay.
100%. Because I mean, yeah, you heard me talk about blockers. you're blocking the strongest portions of his range there, blocking aces, blocking ace king, blocking king queen. So you're okay. I mean, you're now in the money, so you're okay with getting your hand in 4 ways. Again,
Whoops. I always clicked that just a second too late. I wanted to pull up their chip stacks. I'll do it after this hand.
now under the gun forehand and unsuited ace as weak as a 6 is a fold. The bottom of your opening range is probably ace 8 offsuit from an offsuit perspective. Ace 8, ace 9 offsuit. You're going to be opening up pretty much any suited ace.
So
Dory can flat on the button here.
we have a very small sample size of 18 hands, but
And this hand can actually function as a 3-bet bluff.
with Malus in the
That's what I
big
thought,
blind,
Tiny. Like, I think if you were to check the solver, like, you're at minimum 3-betting, you could 3-bet jam there.
you can jam 46% of hands from the small blind with ace queen.
I knew it was close from a jam. It's definitely a 3-bet, but you could less than 20 big blinds is a 3-bet jam, auto 3-bet jam. So Jeremiah gonna bet here with ace high. Yeah, she's gonna call here with middle pair. Now Jeremiah has a lot of 10s in his range after limping on the gun. He has hands like ace 10 offsuit, although he'd probably raise that hand. Could have like jack 10 offsuit, 10-9 suited, queen 10 off. Those types of hand forehanded.
Bet 20,000.
The problem is with him betting here with nothing, right? That's what I'm saying. He doesn't have a ton of fold equity, right? So he has to call. Yeah, I mean,
So
I'm not a big fan of the bet there because she has a short stack.
right.
Like if you're gonna bet there, just jam it all. You're gonna jam. Just a min bet.
I'm going to take the counter view.
Okay.
With Malus. Now, we've only seen her play
What's her VPIP?
18 hands. I'm going to
11
say
hand- 11%?
her VPIP is 5%.
5%. Okay.
So somebody now he might have been playing with her all day,
Yeah.
so he knows her better than we do.
That is correct as
So
well.
if I've got somebody that's playing 1 out of 20 hands and she was only there because she was big blind, I'm just going to throw out a bet and wait for her to fold. So he's risking the least to get the action he wants.
Yeah.
Now it just so happens she plays back at him. He knows he's done. He can fold. So I don't hate that small bet to take away the pot
Right.
or lose the minimum when she actually has the best hand. Based on player.
Right. Small blind versus big blind. Could actually limp. Okay. I mean, you can limp that hand. You can fold. It's not a terrible. Queen 3 suited, you're limping. And as you get short in the blind versus blind scenario, right?
Right.
Even if you get 3-handed, on the blind versus blind scenario, you can do a lot of limp calling. That's one of the things I've studied, like kind of heads up short-handed.
Right.
A lot of times you have, a lot of times your equity in a blind versus blind can be very similar. I'm liking the new graphics a lot.
Once we change it from blue to red,
Yeah.
I'm a fan.
I'll have to test that out tomorrow to see before the stream.
Oh, for sure. We can, yeah.
Yep. Both king versus ace here. Okay, Tiny. That's what I knew it was close. I haven't been playing his tournaments as much. Now this is the board that's probably going to favor Dory here.
Yeah, it's hard to make a pair.
It's hard to make a pair, and when you limp from the small blind, you can have some like suited high cards, Broadway cards. Although he would probably raise a hand like this, but like when you just check your option, you're going to have a lot of from the small blind. You're not going to have a lot of 3s and 4s from the small blind. You could have some 8s in the small blind, but Dory's going to have that board more often than that guy. So with her flopping middle pair top kicker here, I don't mind the bet. Gets him to fold. Because if he had any piece of that board, I could see him betting there. But when he checks and she has second pair with top kicker.
You know how suspicious he was.
Yeah.
Because he knows I just checked she's betting with anything,
Yeah.
but never mind.
Right.
Funny story. You see these new graphics, these new pictures?
Yep.
When I was testing it earlier, while you guys were still playing the tournament, I had busted out in dramatic fashion. Oh,
So dramatic.
so Mainless with her 5% VPIP comes in for a raise. How strong is that?
Very strong, especially with
Easy
10 big
fold.
blinds. Now, this is a defend from the big blind. A suited king from the big blind, even against a short stack, this is a mandatory defend.
Player dependent?
Yeah, mandatory defend. It's irrespective of player. I'm defending any suited king, to just an open,
Yeah.
four-handed.
She made it a good size, 2.5x. She outflops him.
Yeah,
He catches middle pair, though. He might lead right at her, just like that.
she's going to rip. Yep,
Yeah.
he's going to fold.
This is... Way to go. Make my guest commentator start choking. That was the best. Jeremy Nist in the chat saying graphics are amazing. Thank you. I say thank you like I had anything to do with it. Now, even if Monty does not put her on a jack, she could easily have aces, kings, queens, any jack, raising pre-flop.
And she hasn't taken these aggressive approaches. That
She
was so
hasn't
funny.
at all, so that was a really easy fold. I'm surprised it took
Jim,
that
if you're
long.
still here and she ships this bad boy, wait, don't leave. We're on a 10-minute delay, so just hang tight.
Hey, speaking of hanging tight,
Yeah.
let's talk about the Sinister Saturday coming up.
This Saturday, 5, 5, 10, 4 to 8 p.m. Nice little action-packed line. We're going to get some new players this Saturday, which include, I have to go to my folders. Got Joe Johnson, who's a regular down there at TCH, Hayden, Habib, J-Rock making back-to-back trips here, Frankie, 2 new players, Paul Tassone, Jacob Linton from West Virginia. He's coming to visit his friend, but he's going to play the stream because he's in town from West Virginia. So I'm just
Okay.
saying he's in
Let's-
town from West Virginia.
That sounds good.
Bridge Mike and Danny Marks. So
Bridge Mike is the ranked bridge player. Was he like the...
he's a professional bid player. Oh, look at this. That's strong. Yeah, good fold there.
Yeah.
7-6 offsuit. You definitely want to let the small blind once you're facing aggression from a player that hasn't played a ton of hands. Is a mandatory fold. Gosh, Dory, that was the funniest thing I've ever heard in my entire life.
I understood that Spanish. So Lego says he doesn't like the curved graphic. He likes it straight. I also did not immediately like the curved graphic.
He's talking about the
the board.
Yeah.
The board cards.
I kind of like it. It's a little different.
I like straight across, but that's me.
Down to the money over weekend. All that real serious.
Yeah.
A lot of these players with enough big blinds here to make some moves.
Yeah, there's a lot of play left. This might last a while.
Yeah, 19 big blinds here on the gun. I can see a jam here. 10. Yep. Pretty Broadway cards.
Oh.
No, you're gonna fold here.
Yeah.
If you're the one
it's
pushing
just
the
so
action with
hard.
deuces, it's one thing, but you're not gonna want to call off.
Yeah.
You could be dominated most of the time, and you're flipping against players.
Yep.
At
You're
best.
never better than flipping.
Yeah. At best, you're flipping against ranges there.
All right. So
Okay,
Doug
so
says curve thumbs down.
we're getting a thumbs down on the curve. Fair enough.
So
Minus that though.
it's deal. So as
I knew that it.
all right, as we were testing it, I wanted to see it, and I started telling the story like 4 times, and I keep getting distracted. Squirrel. So I snapped a bunch of pictures. I actually snapped 3 pictures of Scott.
No.
Scott Utney, Minnesota
Oh,
Scott.
okay.
He was just sitting here.
Gotcha.
talking. So I snapped 3 pictures of him. I came in here, and as I'm going to run Action Tracker, just to see what it looks like, they go boom, and they all disappeared. And I went, what is going on? And I look out there, and V is out there resetting everything.
Oh, I got
I'm
it.
like, wow.
He's
what are
talking
you
about
doing?
this curve,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Yeah, I mean, It's
the
different.
board cards.
Yeah, it's different.
I don't hate it, but it looks like old style.
I
like,
gotcha.
Like 20 years ago, they would have done that. Like the original WSOP.
So I'm thinking what we're doing here. Oh, I like this. Oh, wow. She's definitely going to defend here.
Is she going to get aggressive? Oh,
No,
just
no.
call. Just call.
Not against Malus.
Yeah.
And again, a lot of your decision-making in tournaments has to be player-dependent.
Right.
A suited ace on the big blind to a button open, even though it is Malus, as an auto defend.
Oh, wow.
my
She
gosh.
couldn't have asked for a better flop.
Don't lead out.
Malus has one out. Queen of Hearts. Ooh, that's like a song.
Not a big fan of the lead out here. Because Malus...
Not when you're that strong.
Yeah.
Ooh, I don't love that call.
Yeah. I think she can call once. I mean, it's a pretty wet board. Gonna rip it here on the river on the turn. Yeah, and Malus is gonna just have to fold here. Definitely. I like the way she's played though on this final table.
Malus or
Yeah.
Dory?
Both.
Right.
But I know Dory personally, so I have an inside kind of track to how she plays based off some coaching sessions we've done before with Hayden and Kim.
Right.
Oh. And with that being said, on this
She's got
spot,
one out. Needs exactly the Queen of Hearts. 2% for her tournament life. Cashing out for 660. Does not get it.
and gets eliminated. Dory gonna pick up a ton chips.
I was like, for a minute, I thought I had ace three. I was like, did you just get two? She played very well. What? She did play very well. You don't like me to. You don't want me to have the chips.
What's that?
I'm messing with you, Dory.
I know. I realize you have vendetta. You're trying to beat me from the fort.
Do you want to move Monty to C5?
Yeah, I'm not a big fan. I'm okay with a call on the flop. I'm not a big fan of calling it because that's in a spot like this, four-handed. That's such an underbluff spot.
I
So
gotta have a small blind out there. It's 10.
now
Yes, ma'am. 10, 15, 15. Dory, after this, can you mind buying up some beans for us?
while they're in the middle of his hand, if we just look at aggression frequency, Dory's by far the most aggressive person at the table.
And that's just her by nature.
So if you're
And C5 checks.
playing against her,
10, your yellows.
I think that she might just drew a line in the sand and said, I'm not getting bluffed right now. And I don't believe you have an ace. Because you would have raised me if you had an ace.
Right.
And you're on a
Agreed.
draw. You're on a diamond draw. And my queens are good. And I'm going to make a hero call right now and
Yeah.
look like a genius.
C5 folds.
It just so happened she had a diamond draw. But she also had the ace.
Again, I don't mind the call on the flop because she could be on the. I mean, she had top pair with a nut flush diamond redraw, but when she jams turn there, that's like I said, it's just an under bluff spot.
Okay, I'm just
Right.
15 for right now.
And Lego's saying that was really tight. I'm surprised by the call. I'm just thinking she was so short stacked. She might have thought she had so much invested that I just have to believe Dory, who is so aggressive, is trying to bluff
Right.
me right now. That's my guess as to what happened.
And if that's her thought logic, that's fine. But again, if we're talking about like $300 pay jumps, and I've talked about this in terms of monetary value, it's
Right.
not significant. But in terms of buy-in value relative to what buy-in is and what portion of that goes to the prize pool. You know, some ICM implications. Again, with this tournament being smaller in terms of number of entries, the ICM jumps are not going to be significant as Katie's tournament with
Right.
$100 buy-in and 250.
And there's big pay jumps.
Yeah. And it's not necessarily that there's bigger pay jumps. I mean, there are, but bigger pay jumps are relative to the buy-in value. So
I found another so interesting.
She folded, she folded half her stack.
And with that being said, no, I know Doris, she's playing for the win. She's not playing for ICM jump.
Right.
Yeah, I did.
I've had several, so before Hayden, Kim, and I went to Vegas last summer, we did about, gosh, I want to say 2 months weekly Zoom calls on tournament scenarios spots. And that was, I'm still, at that point, I was still relatively early in my poker career. And, you know, Hayden was talking about spots. If you have 18 big blinds and you have cut off open who has 40 big blinds and you're in the small blind with ace-10 suited, I'm like, I'm just going to call. And he's like, no, it's a rip. And I'm like, oh. Didn't think about that. And so I was like, okay. So I was at that point, I was kind of playing online a little bit on ACR. Did that on some spots, got it through. Decided to do it on some of these smaller buying tournaments. It worked. Now, every once in a while, you're going to get caught, right? I really like Dory's bet here. I'm going to tell you why. You think a lot of these players that could be watching,
They were all coming.
yeah, you can make the argument why
Did
is
she
she
just
opening?
show?
Yeah, 9-3 offsuit.
Nice.
We talk about theory-based poker, and when you're short-handed, you don't want to just be raising with your strong hands.
Right.
Yeah, you want to be. You can limp your marginal hands like 7-8 suited, Queen 10 off, Jack 9 offsuit, those types of hands. But you don't want to just be raising your premium hands. You can raise like some of your trash hands too, in order to quote unquote stay balanced.
Yep.
So, you know, there's times where I've gotten short-handed where I'll, you know, late position open. If I have
Oh, yeah.
ace-3 offsuit, I'm 3-betting just because
Yep.
like I'm blocking ace-X.
Yep.
And I'll just like barrel. And sometimes I'll like open blind versus blind. I actually did that with exactly 9-3 offsuit. And I was so 15. Ace here gonna. Randomizing from the small blind with King 10 offsuit. Flipping a guard, gonna fold here. Dory gonna fold as well. Dory's. Monty's gonna get pretty much a free orbit by taking up the blinds.
Yep.
Again, about 10 minutes left in this 10K small blind, 15K big blind. Excuse me, 15K big blind, Annie.
You gonna make it?
I'm gonna make it.
So-
Did you know how many viewers we had last night at 1:30 in the morning?
I was dead asleep at
65, 70 viewers.
Wow.
So at 1:30 in the morning, there was a guy, Gaizo Galai, I don't remember his name. It was 7:30 in the morning where he was at, wherever he was.
Did he just wake up or was he still up?
I'm assuming that he was just waking up.
Okay.
Now,
Wait, 7:30. That's got to be.
I don't know. Like these guys,
That's in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean.
yeah, a lot of these guys were in the chat as well. And he was like, we had some new subscribers last night. He was one of them. And then you know, Time Traveler
Oh
Poker.
wait, 7:30. That's Hawaii.
No, not back, forward.
Oh.
So it was 1:30 in the morning.
Okay, AM.
Yeah, it was 7:30 a.m. where he was.
Yeah, that's he was on a freight train. And
Yeah.
Tiny says last night was fun. I have to go back and watch it.
Then we had Joey in the chat. You remember Joey? We shot the Scar with him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So he
Yeah.
was in the chat last night. In California.
California, yeah. Those
Picked up
kids.
And then you have a friend. I don't know what his name was. His YouTube name is Time Traveler Poker.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's from Minnesota. He has the Guinness World Record for the longest session of poker. Phil Locke used to have it.
Yeah. 124 hours straight at Resort
Straight.
World.
Yeah.
124 hours. Who plays 124 hours? Oh, he was in the UK.
Oh, UK. Okay.
All right, let's
Yeah.
give these guys some
It
points.
was
They're
fun.
here at 11 o'clock.
Yeah, and it's been an hour, so give them double whatever you were gonna do.
Yeah, if I was going to give him 1,500, I'll go ahead and give you guys 3K.
I was gonna win the race.
Do you know Tiny was giving out 10K at a time?
For the record, last Friday when we had those issues with I think that was V's first time running a flip by herself, and then
Oh,
switching
okay.
it from, and it was the first time she's done a 3-blind game. So switching it from 2 blinds to 3 blinds, and then we lost the internet connection.
Not the internet, the USB connection.
The USB connection. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
And
I gave 30,000 points away.
at once,
Yeah.
oh my goodness, that causes inflation, dude.
Yeah, and I was
Oh,
like,
my goodness.
I was like,
You're the worst.
I am the worst.
He wonders why a Happy Meal costs $17 now.
Or I could be the best commentator and Texas Oprah in the booth. All right. Ace still ahead here.
Oh,
Gonna bet 1/3 pot.
all right.
I don't hate this call from Monty.
No, check in the dark. What does check in the dark tell you if you're playing? If you're Jeremiah, does that mean you're so strong that you're just going to check?
You can
Does
take
mean-
that 1 or 2. Generally means weakness. Generally. See, Tiny does the same thing when we have like issues for all those dedicated viewers that stay and or come back. They
Nice.
get extra points.
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
Oh, he's so Larkin was in the booth Monday. You guys did a great job. Would love
You
to have
did.
you guys commentate on a more regular basis. We want to reward me, Kim, Hayden, Min, and Eric have this conversation. We've had requests to be in the booth,
Yes.
Well,
When you said.
and we've talked about it.
beginning,
And if you support the room, you're here playing our tournaments, playing cash, and supporters of our live stream, you guys get first dibs.
Yeah.
So I know Chris Larkin and Tiny, name is Jason Cole. I've done a ton for our live stream here and for the room, playing our tournament, supporting it. So you guys are awesome, and you guys can jump in the booth.
they definitely was a chip leader for a while.
And I like that they're playing it out. Now, Dory is a no chop.
So's Monty.
person. Yeah.
And Jeremiah, today's
I've never
the
seen the first time I've seen a player.
Pull up your Facebook real quick.
Yep.
And look at.
I don't know his last name.
No, look at my post.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm like 99% sure he's the guy that busted me.
Let's see. Let's find out.
Give someone 3 points. Can someone give me 3
Bro,
points?
this dude's begging for 3 points. Give him 1,000.
If you ask,
Ye shall
all right.
receive.
Pressed down, shaken together, and overflowing.
Hey, do me a favor, Nicholas. Type in exclamation points because we can't do a sort by name. So, I mean, I figure he's one of the short stacks.
It does say 3.
Oh, did he do it already? No. Oh, you can do that. Oh yeah, got him.
You got 7 points,
You
dude?
need 10. Give him a 1,500.
Dude, I'm going to give him
Courtesy giveaway.
1,503.
Oh, 503.
Now he's got 1,500.
All right, so Nick, give it a second. Give it a second bit. Give it a second. Ooh, Poker Monkey says earn it.
I know, right? I agree, Poker Monkey. Me and you are the same. So, Jeremiah, was that the guy who got me?
Yes.
It
yes,
was.
Yes. No.
It wasn't?
It was not. It was another white guy.
Dude, they all look alike.
You guys look alike. So do all the Asians. So. For you, Brad Kogel, for free.
Okay, it's a different white guy with a blue hoodie.
And a blue hat.
All right.
All right. Oh, how does he have 4,500? Oh, I gave him a 3K earlier.
Oh, you gave him 3K. I
We
just
got-
gave him
Can we
1,500. And take it
Readjust
back.
Take it back. Readjust. Readjust. All right, let's get back to poker here.
Yeah, it was.
Monty going to represent one of those cards on the board.
Check on the flop.
Okay.
I know, Lego. I need an adult.
Yeah, but I'm saying.
Nicholas, we just gave you points, and then you're going to gamble all. That's so.
See, when you give somebody something, they don't appreciate it. That's what I'm saying.
You know what, Poker Monkey? Giving points to
I'm-
beggars is like
dude.
giving money to the money bubble. I agree.
I hope Nick wins so I can go take it back.
He lost all of it. Don't, he lost all of it. That's so deject. Eric
That
and I
is
have.
that is such an analogy for real life.
Yeah. 40 viewers in the
know?
chat. Thank you for tuning into this final table here. 40 entries for this Thursday night PhD $200 buying classic 4K guarantee. 6,600. All the remaining players in the money.
That's why Jeremiah gave me such a weird look when I said, he said something about, because it was his first time on the feature table, and I said, don't worry, just keep sucking out on the river like that, as a joke, and he kind of looked at me like, what
are you talking about?
Dude, how rude.
He's never coming back.
Yeah, like, dude, I'm never coming back again. So if you go back and watch this, Jeremiah, I'm sorry. I thought you were the other white dude with the blue hoodie and blue hat that took me out of the tournament on the river.
As I pigeonhole all Asian people into one category, Eric does that to majority white people.
Yeah, white people.
Probably going to get in so much trouble for this. It's okay. We're having fun, and we're joking. All right.
White people can't get offended, though. We just can't.
This is why we can't commentate together. We're going to get so much trouble. It's going to be a lit pot here, I think. Look at this. Jeremiah here with middle pair. Yeah, and generally speaking with, short-handed, and if you get a piece of this, if you get a piece of a board, you can bet out.
Right. And that's why it took so long for Monty to fold when he had middle pair against...
Now, sometimes, I've talked to Hayden about this spot. Like, even just betting one big blind can get a fold.
Yeah.
So sometimes you don't want to bet more than that. So
you want to bet the minimum amount.
Right.
You want to risk the minimum amount to get the job done.
Yeah, you can't ban us.
And it looks like Micah got locked in.
And he's locked in. All right. Again.
With these people at the final three, the tipping is going to be good, and the
I would agree with
going
that.
to be good. So he wants to be locked in if he can.
Jeremiah here, Queen Jack in a race. Looks like 45 3x. Now, when you're short-handed and these big blinds and the blinds are compressed, you don't have to. Monty can defend here. Now he's behind, but he's got a suited Broadway card. Yeah. Gonna fold here, three-handed. Don't blame that. Yeah, for those of you tune in tomorrow night, 6 to 10 p.m. I'm back in the booth with Miss Texas Kim Stone. 6 to 10, high stakes Friday.
Is she commentating tomorrow?
She is commentating tomorrow.
Excellent. Is she all moved in? How are you guys doing? Are you all moved in?
We're moved in. We're not unpacked.
No, I've lived in my house for 13 years. I'm not unpacked.
Yeah, so.
And I'm going to move again.
5/10/25. Tomorrow's stream, Saturday stream. Let's get that up there real quick. Going to be 4 to 8 p.m. 5/10. So tune into that. Yeah. As I was saying, like Tiny said, when you're short-handed and your big blind stack depth is compressed relative to the remaining players, you don't need to open as large in terms of sizing. Yeah. Dory talking to Emmy.
Oh, I got so many toys, presents I brought back.
Look at this.
Jeremiah's got all of this.
Monte's going to lead out here
for a straight. Do you raise?
Now this is actually
call?
Obviously we see the whole cards, but this is actually a really good board for relatively a better board for Monty than it is for Jeremiah. Right?
Now, since it's blind versus blind and they both just limped, how do you determine that?
Hold on. Let's let this hand unfold. 8 of clubs. Let's see if Monty's going to barrel here. Wow. He doesn't have anything. He's going to have to fold. You can't call just jack high. Even if yeah.
Wow. Good job, Monty.
Yeah, so in a limp pot, blind versus blind, the small blind theoretically, mathematically, is going to have a lot of these Queen 10 offsuits, Jack 9. Now, again, I'm not talking about the actual hands here. We're just talking about mathematically theory-based poker perspective, right? He's going to have more of those
based on him limping.
Yeah, he can have like a lot of the weak aces, a lot of the weak aces.
Assuming now, is that assuming that if he had a better hand, he would have raised pre-flop?
Yeah, could have. Now, again, even in the blind versus blind scenario, you're probably going to raise with Jack 10 suited,
Right.
But like Jeremiah is going to be checking back. He could actually rip there. Oh no, not with that blind stack. But Jeremiah is going to be checking everything back for the most part. So, I like the move by Dory.
So
This is a tough spot for Jeremiah to be in, and I'll tell you why. Because no matter what the board is, unless it's a 3,
right.
Dory's going to bomb the flop.
You don't like it.
I'm willing to bet $100 that she's going to bomb the flop. Maybe not as an all-in, but at least
No, she could bet 50K.
Yeah.
2.5 big blinds, and that would be plenty. I wish I could pause this so I could talk about that last hand more.
Oh, yeah. So theoretically, Jeremiah is going to be checking back garbage and raising some better hands. And he can like I said, they can both have those hands. What a boss move by Dory. Going to raise there. Try to get weak hands off.
So I would think. Let me formulate this in my head.
Right?
That the ace, what was it? Ace Queen X. Flop?
Ace King something.
Ace King X.
Ace King, I think, with 2 hearts.
So if you're
Maybe
the
3
small
hearts.
blind, three hearts.
Either 2 hearts and then a 3rd heart came on the turn, so it gave him some additional equity. It gave Jeremiah some additional
No, he
equity.
flopped the nut flush draw.
Okay, he did. Okay.
Yeah, so it came out heart, and so with the gut shot and the second nut flush draw.
I like the bet here. It's going to be a rip. It's going to be a call.
Oh, let's listen. I love Dory's table talk.
It's Hayden's favorite hand. Now, this is the bottom. It's not necessarily the bottom of your raising range. If you're going to call here, this is from an unsuited ace, this is the bottom of your calling range. You can mix between folding and calling here. Yeah.
Wow, nice.
Dory folding the Hayden hand.
They both showed an ace and
You heard about that story, right?
the ace 9 where
Yeah.
he busted. I think it was Monty, wasn't it? Or who
No,
was it?
Hayden. This is the.
Right.
so-
Who'd he bust?
No, this is like in the summer for WSOP.
Oh no, I haven't heard this one then.
So we had kind of just got into WSOP. We got there like 3 days before any of the events started, and I think it was a Tuesday, and it was a 3K freeze out. And he's like, he was really excited getting ready to play the tournaments. And we're like, you should play the 3K. It's gonna be a really good field. We think you can do really well. Blah blah. He's like, no, I'm not feeling it. And then Kim and I were like, no, go fire. He's like, okay. So we like convinced him. Like Kim was like trying to push him to play, and he's like, no. I'm like, dude, like he had played some cash and some like the night before, so I think he was up a couple grand, and the buy one was 3K. So we, even if he
It's
like
a free roll.
yeah, it kind of free roll on a freeze out. So it's not like he has to fire multiple bullets. So like I think net worse, he'd be like $800 down.
Right.
So that kind of convinced him. Anyway, he finished like 18th, 19th. Out of like 860.
Nice. In a one-day freeze out?
No, it was a multi-day freeze out. So when they
okay.
got down to the final 19 players, his table was 6-handed or 5-handed. And so he's under the gun, and he rips with ace-9 offsuit, right? And then the button tanks, calls a king-queen suited, flop is blank, turns a king or a queen, bust Hayden. So then Kim had posted something on Facebook saying, hey, congratulations to Hayden. And from the WSOP, because Poker News, they keep up with the tournaments.
Yeah.
They screenshot. She screenshot that, saying that he busted out with ace-9 offsuit, and then everybody was just like 200. There's 200 comments on this.
Ripping on him. For
ace-9, but like 5-handed with like 18 bigs, you can jam there. It's actually at the bottom of your jamming range.
How are they 5-handed?
Oh, 6-handed, because it was 6, 6, 7.
Okay.
Yeah, 6, 6, 7, 6, 12, 19. Yeah, that's right. There were 19 players left. He finished 19th, so it's 6, 6, 7. So he jammed under the gun, cut off goal, under whatever you want to call it, but his first act.
Yeah.
And so like 200 comments saying,
On how bad he is.
yeah, like I would never jam with ace-9, and then like it was upsetting
From the
Kim.
cheap seats.
Yeah, from the from the nosebleeds, upset about it. Yeah, from the nosebleeds. Commenting about it. And then like 3 days later, Hayden kind of just let it fly by. And then he's all like, yeah, I had a good run. I had to suck out with ace-9 offsuit so many times. And then last night, I decided, I usually don't play that hand.
A little bit because I can hear it.
Either raises 40,000.
Excuse me.
Jeremiah makes it 40K on the button with Jack 10. I like that. Monty defends with 8-10. I like that too. It was just a min click.
Yep. No problem there. So I took a picture of this hand from last night that I played. I ended up winning.
The
so,
ace-9.
yeah.
You won the hand?
Yeah, I won the hand. I turned trips. And I took a picture of it.
Ooh. Monty just rips it. And Jeremiah
The snap
calls him.
call. There's no lost commentary. I don't think so.
No. We shut up for a second.
Yeah, and Monty's going to need nothing. He's done. Eliminated.
Done.
All right, so here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Heads up for nearly 3K. Final remaining 2 players, guaranteed at least about 2K. Dory's not going to chop. She's going to go heads up against Jeremiah. 18 big blinds. It's either 13 or 18. I can't remember. I know it's a big difference, but we actually, on the way home, I drove home because he was tired.
Dory has 19 big blinds. Jeremiah has 41.
Yeah.
2-1 chip lead. Oh, how many big blinds did Hayden have? I don't think. See, I don't think we were quiet for a long time because neither one of us has that in us to be quiet for a long time. So I'm not positive.
Raise 60.
Raise on the button from Dory with a king high. Heads up on the button. What does Jeremiah do with a queen high? Depending on how long he's been playing with Dory, they've been playing for over an hour now. And he knows she's the most aggressive one at the table. Solver says ace-9 is a jam in that spot, Tiny says. So, yeah. They're double checking the chip count there, V. Making sure that everything's accurate.
No, that's 2,395. After my blinds are out. And he has all the rest.
He has the rest.
Oh, I didn't show that hand.
That's okay. She didn't hit go anyway.
I think that's what they were doing, counting mine, subtracting yours from the chips account.
Tiny was referring to Hayden spots. The solver says ace-9 is a jam in that spot. Well, which is why he did it.
Yeah. And it was funny because I drove back and he was checking the charts on.
Yep.
And he's like, look, it says you can jam 80% of the time. And I was like, he's like, I thought it was the bottom of my jamming range. And the guy tanked for like a long time on the button, like 3 minutes. So it was a clean flop. And then like I said, he turned a king or a queen.
Raise 60,000.
Thanks, TA. You're probably talking about the great commentary from Senor Eric, the Almighty Chop Block Anderson. In the
I haven't heard that for so long.
Because you haven't been in the booth. You've been we were in Daytona. You've been traveling back to Minnesota. So I'm Eddie, the Asian sensation. TA. Thanks, sir. Again, Senor Eric, the Almighty Chop Block Anderson here.
Next one, 8.
It's been a while since we've been back in the booth here.
Checks. Bet 125,000.
All right.
Calls 125.
Flops bottom pair with backdoor clubs, but Jeremiah has clubs covered. During she's going to really
also
need a
got
6
middle
or 5.
pair.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised. Let's see if Dory's going to. And I think she's going to have to slow down. It's a pretty disconnected flop in terms
Right.
of, outside of, King, Queen, Broadway draw.
10 Jack something.
7. Look for her to check back here.
Does Jeremiah lead out?
Yeah, he has to bet here. Because if she has a king here, she's not checking back turn.
Really, turn that down. I can hear it.
Is somebody's probably watching it?
I mean, you can turn it up a little. I just can't.
Good fold there from Dory. Still has some fighting chips.
Hey, Aaron.
Jeremiah now with 50 big blinds. Dory with 10. Dory's going to need a ton of help here.
You're not going to tell me you can. I'll look at it later.
Oh, that's had a clean.
Yeah, that is 6.
They're both being honest.
That's a good thing a club didn't turn off on the turn.
Yeah, that could have got dangerous.
Yeah, super dangerous. If there's a club on the turn, I think Dory's going to jam there on the turn, but with it being a blank and then with him calling, that flop, at worst, he has ace high there, right? At worst, but probably not. What are you talking about, Lego? Are you talking about the transition?
Yeah. Oh, how it's like circling.
Yeah, I like the call here with ace. And I don't mind the jam there from Jeremiah.
200.
Especially their chip stacks. He's got $1 million and she's got $250,000. He's got a 4-to-1 chip lead on her.
And Dory in a good spot to double up here with ace high.
Ooh, even
And
better.
Even better, guys. Clubs cover has.
It actually
Wheel?
took out one out from him.
Okay.
Took away the 10 of spades.
Yeah. So we're really going to need a 10 or. Yep. Dory going to get the double up here now. Chip stacks are really close with this final table.
I have to do that a couple times to win.
Not just a couple times.
Took that last one.
It's
Yeah, and I agree, Andre. Like his jam is standard there.
yep.
5-to-1 chip lead.
240.
Those are spots that, ace 5 suited, king 10 offsuit, queen 9 suited, jack 10 suited. I mean, if you're going to jam spots like that, you're going to want to jam spots to have some potential connectivity post flop, right? So, with him having king 10, even though we know he was behind pre-flop,
Look at how picky these viewers are getting. Lego says the dots are scrolling too slowly.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, they are so spoiled. Scroll back a year ago and see what our stream looked like.
You saw that stream from when I made that?
Yeah.
Oh
that
my
feature
gosh.
table I found accidentally.
Gosh, you
in
used to
a
have the
different-
cameras on tripods.
Yeah. Oh
That's
man,
so
it
cool.
was
So terrible.
gross.
Feels cool in
Yeah,
here.
Andre, I used to be a tournament guy. I've kind of converted to cash lately, so. Right.
Raised 40,000.
And I like Dory's aggression here.
Yep.
She's not just
She's-
raising with her good hands. She's raising with marginal hands, raising with garbage. Garbage, and I say garbage. She did that with 9-3 offsuit. It's going to be very tough to put Dory on her hand because she's playing very balanced here.
And it's super hard to call. Don't do that to my cards.
Oh, the $200 deck, bro.
You can tell it's his first time here. When he'll go back and watch this, he'll know. Don't do that. That's a very fragile deck. You start snapping cards like that, they break. I get really sad. $200 later.
Oh, yeah.
All right, 25 big blinds versus 35 big blinds. She really closed the gap on that last
Yep.
hand.
With that double up there with the ace 3.
It's
Then if she doubles up the next hand, one more
Then she's
time,
ahead.
She's gonna be significantly ahead.
Yep.
Look at this. Wouldn't be surprised if
he makes it.
it's not a rip. This is just a call. I mean,
95,000.
heads up. This
It's
is
a big raise, 5x.
She could be thinking, yeah,
It's really suspicious when you raise that big.
yeah. And this is a heads up standard defend.
Dory plays better than most. She plays more aggressively than you'd think.
So, Andre, I was telling Eric that I used to study with Dory and her husband here. Look at this.
Oh, wow.
Not about us.
Wow.
Yahtzee on the flop.
I mean,
Just
Jeremiah's got all of this board.
She's
got
just going to call here.
Oh, well, he's got the flush draw. He's got the straight draw. He's got the straight flush draw.
I mean, if he turns a jack of diamonds,
I mean, so be it.
yeah, then you're just beat, right? You just go home.
Man, that's crazy. That's, yeah. Now, Jeremiah. Now, when
Now
he shows
this
that
is-
aggression, now you can rip it in, right?
Now you can rip it in. You want to try to get at least 2 streets of value on this hand. So we're going to... I love this move here.
We got Ms. Dory.
Yeah, and drawing to this the jack of diamonds. So the tournament is over in real time. Let's get Dory in the booth here.
We've got
Turn
her.
the
She
camera.
can
Minimize it. Put it on the min camera.
put it on min camera.
Min camera. All right, Dory. We just saw... Can you hear us?
Hi.
We just saw your queen 9 of hands.
Yeah, wasn't that a fun hand? I like that flop.
Yeah, it was a good flop.
And look, did you see what he had?
Yeah, king 10 of diamonds.
I know. Jack of Diamonds was his only
Yeah.
out.
Boom.
And
Now-
he didn't even see it. He goes, Did you get a vote? And I was like,
Flopped
yeah.
it.
I
And then
love
a
the
little
way...
bit later he goes, that check.
I love the way you played that hand. And the reason I love the way you play that hand, because it kind of looked like you wanted to rip it pre-flop.
Oh, I thought about it, but
I-
wasn't gonna.
The queen 9.
The queen 9. And it's a 100% standard defend. Obviously, you're going to check to the aggressor, and then you're going to check rip. Right? And I love the way you play that hand. Andre, you've played... Andre, I've never seen in the chat says you played very well.
Thank you, Andre, that I've never seen in this.
Yeah, but I was telling them that you and I have been in study groups
Yes.
with Kim and Hayden, your husband.
Yeah. I've
so
been trying better on my bet sizing, but I know that I probably did mess up some.
no, I don't.
on
I think you
bet
played
sizing.
perfect on the final table tonight.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Even when I raised with 2-3 offsuit.
You did it with 9-3 offsuit. You're balanced,
Yeah.
I did.
You did fold ace 9 to Monty's ace 8.
and that's not a horrible fall
Just kidding.
in that spot.
Yeah, okay. Because he said I had a big one. It was pretty. I don't know.
No, you had him out pipped by one, but
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, ace 9 to ace 8.
but again, I don't.
And then you
blame
both showed
fo-
your ace.
You could have
Yeah.
definitely called there.
Yeah. I said I had one of those.
Yeah, when he said he had the queen, he did have the queen.
All right. I believe that.
Just, I mean, why lie about that?
Yeah.
Going to put him in for 4 big blinds here.
Yeah.
This could be the final hand here. Actually, it is because I'm standing out there. You see my bald head in my spot, bald spot on my head.
Yeah. Well, and I'm in here. This is the last hand.
Yeah,
Didn't
this is
think
the
I was
last
that
hand.
Good, but I would have shoved with any 2 cards
Yep.
until I got all his chips.
Right.
Yeah. He actually said chop after the queen 9.
No, never. No.
I said,
Did he say it as a joke? Cause
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I think so.
I
Yeah.
mean, clearly. And that's what we said.
At first, I thought like the run up gave him a straight. 'Cause
Yeah,
I couldn't
but
see it from my angle.
I thought the same thing, and I confused Micah, but
And Mike's
you
like,
need
"Wait,
my
what?"
queen and my jack to make it straight.
Yeah. So together you had a chop.
Yeah. It was fun.
So-
Hopefully I didn't give you any silent moments.
No, okay. So
No,
for the
you made him start coughing. And,
Oh my gosh, it was
and
so funny. There was an
gagging.
all in, and there was like the Spanish, and you're like, I know what that means in Spanish.
I know. I understand that Spanish.
Yeah,
Yeah, she said Mama Mia, but she said it Madre something
Whatever
like
it was.
Madre Mia. Yeah, the only thing I could communicate to her is I said, hold it, I think I can say this in Spanish. You had tres sietes. I had cuatro sietes. That was my whole
Yeah.
Spanish.
No, it was funny because it sounded like she said all in, and you're like, I know that Spanish, and I could not stop
Yeah.
laughing.
His
Oh,
glasses
that
fell
is
My
off.
glasses fell off. I'm coughing.
It
Now-
was funny.
Yeah.
So-
hey, I try to be funny, especially when you said you couldn't hear us.
well,
out there.
because Eric jacked something up in the
I
audio.
did. It was
so.
user error.
Oh, no
that,
big
that was my fault, and it took me about 10 minutes to figure. Madre Dios,
Now-
Dios.
Dory was referring to a few months back. She had final tabled, and I didn't agree with the play that she had made, and
Because it was a horrible play. Horrible.
it was a
play.
horrible play. And because her and Jim are such a good friend of mine, like I didn't say anything, and I just like
He just froze
just-
up. He
yeah.
didn't say anything. I'm like, finally afterwards I said, Eddie, when I screw the pooch, you can say that.
Yeah.
You know?
So now she screws the pooch. Then I can say she screws the pooch. But you played phenomenal tonight. I don't
Thank
think
you.
you made zero mistakes. I love the way you played. And the only like potential slight mistake you made was folding that ace-9. But
Yeah,
even in
well-
that spot was not horrible fold. So
Well, and yeah.
you played great.
I've played Monty a lot before, so. he
Monty's a
could've been
phenomenal player also.
better. Yeah.
He's really
I
good.
love your sizing. I like
he
your-
Never
shipped
played this guy before, Jeremiah. Never played Jeremiah.
First time I've seen him.
Oh, I think the only thing that I didn't potentially like was when you flopped top pair with 2 diamonds.
Oh,
Which
you let out.
Yeah, you let
Yeah,
it. I
I
was
let
like,
out.
You got all of her chips.
you got all over
Yeah,
chip.
I
I would
did.
have. I
On
would
that
have checked. I would have checked jammed.
You know
Because she
what?
would have represented that ace.
I
but
know we're not supposed to talk about these things.
about the strategy. Yeah.
Nobody's
no,
listening.
No, I had a physical tell on her, and I never do.
Got it.
That she was going to
Never
call
did.
you. That she was strong. What would you
That she
tell?
was strong, and
Okay.
but I mean earlier
Yep.
I had put her on a hand, and she had exactly what
Right.
I thought she had. So, I saw when she wanted to bet.
Yeah.
So I thought she would call me, and I just didn't think my hand was. I thought that was the perfect flop for my hand.
It was great. The only thing that beat you is like ace with a better kicker because you had like
Right.
ace deuce whatever.
But I would still have outs to that because I had the diamonds.
Yeah.
I had the
Yeah,
diamonds.
exactly.
So I felt like I might as well just shove it now.
Now at the time, her VPIP was 5%.
Yeah, it literally was
And
5%.
your aggression frequency was like 50%.
No, it was like 38%. You did have the highest
It was a lot.
aggression frequency.
You were top of the leaderboard for
now,
sure.
so like obviously this is slightly skewed because what's going on?
The game's done.
Okay.
It doesn't have anything. We can probably still do that.
Oh, yep.
Oh.
But
That's your
Yeah.
yeah, we
That-
can't
again-
click
I
on
was
that
up
one.
there.
those statistics get slightly skewed as
For
you
the
get
last few hands.
Yeah, for the last few players,
Right.
they're slightly more skewed
It was
because
an
you're playing more.
interesting final table because of the chip stacks getting to the final table. There were like
3 big stacks and like 5.
Yeah.
Like-
mid to small
Yeah.
stacks. So
Yeah. And a bunch of 7 big blind stacks, and then Alex came to the final table with 1.5 big blinds.
Right.
So it was a skewed stack. What I said in her defense was
she was a great player.
possibly, depending on how long you've been played together, she could see you're the most aggressive player, and she just
Right.
might have been thinking, I'm not going to get bluffed right now.
Right.
I have queens. The only thing that beats me is an ace. It's a wet board. I have to believe you don't have an ace, and
Did she
I'm
have
going to
a queen of
call.
diamonds?
She had, I don't know.
No, she
that.
did not.
She didn't.
She had
Oh,
queen.
okay.
She needed the queen of hearts. She needed. The
Oh
queen
yeah,
of
yeah.
hearts.
She had one out.
Yeah.
You know, I was playing cash. You know the only reason I commentated this final table.
Because of me.
100%. I said, Eric, if Dory makes the final, and I'm not gonna lie, I looked at your stack size because if you had like 2 big blinds, I'm still playing cash.
Yeah.
But I was like, she's got chips to play with.
Well, I didn't until I got to. We combined. I got moved into the big blind when we were at 2 tables,
Yeah.
short-handed, and doubled up twice, and that started
Yeah.
the.
That helps.
Yeah.
Get some momentum going.
So
Excellent.
Jim wants to know where CCR is.
IHOP, because that's the only thing that's open.
I mean, we're too late for Twin Peaks, but I'll go to IHOP.
IHOP.
We'll go anyway.
All right,
All
let's
right,
go.
we're going to IHOP.
We're going to IHOP. Meet us there off of what's it called? I'm just kidding.
It's no, come.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, if you can be at
Thanks for the
IHOP
support in the chat. I'm sure
2
people were
miles
nice.
north of
Off 112?
Yeah, it's like
Whatever.
436.
Something like that.
Mile marker 436. Take east, go to IHOP. We'll be right there in 15 minutes.
Give us a take. We're going to shut down, get everything cleaned up. We'll see you back tomorrow. Pull up Fridays tomorrow, real quick for the
Friday,
tomorrow.
high stakes
High
Friday.
stake. Frankie,
5, 10, 25.
Danny, yeah, Dwayne, Hayden's playing tomorrow. You playing the tournament tomorrow? Here?
No, we're going to WinStar to play
Those tournaments, yep.
The President's Day weekend.
President's Day tournament, right on. What's tomorrow? Is that a 3K buy-in match to stack? Or 5K?
3 to 5K.
3 to 5K match to stack. All right. And
All
then
right, good. It's going to be fun TV.
Yep, and that's Saturday, 5, 5, 10 from 4 to 8 p.m. Very similar lineup.
Wow.
1,500 to 3K buy-in for that. Again, matches to got 2 or 3 new players for that Saturday stream. Going to give them a shot here, Plank Poker House, to express interest. So that's it for us here in the booth. We got Eric, Senor Eric, the almighty Chop Block Anderson, Eddie, the Asian sensation in the booth, and also tonight's tournament winner.
guest
Not guest.
guest
winner.
commentator.
Guest commentator.
Hey, I like
Guest
guest
commentator.
for the last 10 minutes.
every once in a while.
Yeah.
Tried to get my
love
husband
it.
in here, but he wouldn't come.
We need to have one with me, you, and Kim inebriated.
That would be fun.
Yeah, I think that'd be a fun stream.
I just want to tell her that hangovers at 40 is different than hangovers in your 30s. They begin to get worse.
Oh, that's for sure.
I don't get hangovers. And I'm
Yeah,
50.
because you're old and you drink all the time.
Scotch. You don't drink sugar.
Yeah.
So
He drinks
I don't
beer.
drink. I don't drink sugar.
you don't drink
He,
sweet stuff.
he drinks
No.
beer.
He drinks good.
I drink a lot of beer.
A lot of beer. All right,
All
that's